In this video, we'll take a look at a player and how easy it is to create an email and send out your report with your qualifying information to college coaches very easily. First, I've pulled up a player's report. We're looking at Taylor Ellsworth, a very highly qualified 2017 catcher. So in our email, the first thing that we want to do is introduce ourselves. We always address the head coach, and we always want to introduce ourselves with our graduation year, position, and our location. We're finding that a lot of colleges will sort through prospects based on location first, so we want to make sure that you're within their recruitable region. So in this email, I start off with, my name is Taylor Ellsworth, and I'm a 2017 catcher from Georgetown, Texas. I'd like to introduce myself to you and the Southwest University program. And the next thing is very important. You want to let them know in the very first couple of sentences that you're going to be able to provide them proof that you're a qualified student athlete at their particular school. So here I say, I have a current report online with Scout, and it is located at. This is where we're going to put in the URL or the link for our personal player profile. All I have to do on my personal player report is click in the address bar, copy this, and I can paste it directly into my email, and I can make this a link in my particular email program. If I want to make this a link, I simply have to say insert hyperlink, and it will do that for me. Based on your email program, it depends on how easy it is to use or the actual functions, but it's pretty straightforward and easy to use. When a coach clicks on my name, it will take them to my report. Now, the second thing is something I want players to be very, very confident with. You cannot be bashful about this because you're not the one saying that you're the number one overall prospect or that you're a very qualified athlete. That's what we have done for you. So what I do as a prospective student athlete is that I want to find myself within the rankings. So when you click on rankings, we know that the first search that shows up is the top 150 overall. So I can immediately see that Taylor is ranked number 11 here. So what I did for Taylor was I tried to find as many searches within the national player rankings that brought her up. So the first place that I look is where she is ranked the highest. If we look at 2017 prospects overall, Taylor is actually ranked number 1 in this graduating class. And so when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at and seeing that she's a number 1 2017 overall prospect. So I immediately highlight this in my rankings. I say, I am currently ranked as the number 1 overall 2017 prospect in the Scout database. I also appear in the Scout rankings as follows. I make sure that they again know I'm the number 1 overall 2017 prospect. The second place that we found Taylor was when we searched for unsigned overall catchers. In this list, Taylor's ranked second behind Bella Norton. And so as we look at the list, I include number 2 unsigned overall catcher. Since she was ranked high in the unsigned catcher list, we looked at all catchers and we factored in signed catchers. As you see here, she ranks just below a player 4 years older than her that will be on scholarship at Texas Tech in the Big 12 next year. So I include that I'm the number 4 overall catcher. And then because she was in the top 150, it's important that you let them know that she is the number 11 overall prospect in the database. Next, we want to give them an idea of what they're going to see when they view my report and how to watch me on video. For this player, on her page, you see that she's linked up to a regional scouting event. So what we do here is I say, when you visit my report, please watch my video link for my Scout regional workout. So a coach knows to click on this link. When they do, this video will display and the roster will appear if they're logged into the site. And you want to note your starting times for your defense and your hitting from the regional showcase so that when they go to that showcase, you're directing there, they're looking directly for you. So here we found out that Taylor is catching at the 24-minute, 55-second mark. So I say, I'm catching at the 24-minute, 55-second mark of the video, and I am hitting at 33 minutes and 32 seconds. The other thing that's important here is that you need to make sure that your schedule and all of your contact information is continually updated, because I also want them to note that I have my summer schedule updated on my page as well. Check for spelling errors because I just had one right there. And so you want them to understand that when they see you, they'll be able to watch you in action, see all of your qualifying information, and then if they really like you, they're going to be able to have a form there that helps them make their schedule to follow you because you're obviously very highly qualified. And she's in a special situation here because we like you to go next with academic qualifiers, and your interest in the school will come as well. So here we say, I'll begin my freshman year of high school this fall and made straight A's my 8th grade year. And so because you don't have a GPA or test scores, you still want to let them know that you are going to be a very good student athlete, not just an athlete. So if you made straight A's your 8th grade year, let them know about it. And we want to follow this up with genuine interest. And I tell you this too. You will communicate differently with programs that you communicate genuine interest in. If you're sending out 100 emails to schools that you could care less about, it's going to come across that way. So you're a qualified student athlete who's emailing appropriate schools, and so your communication should take longer to develop because you're very interested in it and you want to be able to communicate that with them. So here I simply say, I am interested in attending a program where I can pursue a degree in education and play for a great softball team. I am very interested in Southwest University and hope that you'll take a minute to view my report and watch me play. Again, I want to remind them that by viewing my report, they can watch me play. I also want to make them aware that I've researched this university enough and know that I can get a degree in education. If I were to tell a school in Iowa that I want to pursue a degree in marine biology, then they would know that I'm just sending this out to every school and that I'm not really interested. You'll be surprised at how coaches can sort through this, and genuine interest is received much differently. For most players, you're going to have to be able to point to a recruiting contact. Most players on our site are not seniors who can receive phone calls or emails, or even juniors who can get emails back from college coaches. So you need to make sure that you're giving them someone they can contact if they're interested or have questions about you. So here I say, if you have any questions or comments, and I'll spell that right this time. If you have any questions or comments, my recruiting contact is Coach Dan Daniels, and his email address is dan@yahoo.com, and his phone number is 555-555-5555. Obviously, that's all fake information, so don't email Dan at yahoo.com because it probably exists. But the whole point here is that if I'm an 8th grader, a coach is not going to be able to contact me with genuine interest. However, 9th and 10th graders are recruited because they can furnish a coach with a recruiting contact, with an email and a phone number, because if they like you or they want you to come to a camp as an invite or get you on campus, they will want to contact this person, and you need to give them that information. Again, just thank them for taking time to read your email because they do read thousands a month. So make sure if they read through yours this far that you really thank them for that opportunity because that's what they're providing. Thank you for taking time to read this email. I will keep you updated on my progress this summer. Now, because you're a qualified student athlete, the next time you email them, they'll be interested to read what you have to say. If you weren't able to qualify yourself or give them a reason to watch you or give them any sort of video feedback on your performance, you don't know that they'd ever open the second email. If you're lucky enough for them to open the first email, then you're qualified, and because you're qualified, they're more likely to open up the second email. Hit send when you're done with that, and you should have a coach that if you're a qualified student athlete who's looking for what you offer, they have every reason in the world now to go look at your report and begin the recruiting process.